Welcome back to the Bettor Hour, and it's time for us to get into our early leans in Major League Baseball. What are we, a month, 2 months in, barely three months into the season, and we have an outlook for all the different awards and where people are going to be placed and who's going to win what. So I definitely want to know where everybody else is leaning. So let's start off American League. Who do you think is taking it, man?
I'm on the Yankees to win the AL East, and I do like them to win the pennant. I mean, this team, they're doing it on both sides. They're top 3 in ERA, under 3. Chapman's off to a great start. Their batting average against, look at this, 217 opposing teams are hitting against the Yankees right now, and then they're second in home runs. Their run differential is plus 71. The next best in the East is the Red Sox at plus 17. The whole AL East is rather inconsistent right now. The Rays, you kind of get a feeling from them early on if they're going to be that team that plays that kind of small ball, and I don't think they have the juju this year. I mean, this Yankees team, they're up against the Dodgers for the best record in the majors right now. I'm loving everything about the Yankees. Not to sound like a homer, but I think they are in a prime position to win the East and make a run.
Hard to argue that.
Yeah. I think the Yankees have put you in the position to look like a homer because they've been dominant this season. So I like that. I like that with your pick. AL Yankees, you got them winning the pennant early on. All right, Eric, what you looking at on the AL side?
On the AL side, I'm looking at the MVP. And hate to sound like a homer, but I'm going with Aaron Judge right now. At plus 1,500, you can't beat Aaron Judge for the MVP. He's leading in the majors in home runs. He's second in on-base percentage and second in total bases. And it doesn't hurt that he's on the best team in the major league right now. His team is playing outstanding. Aaron Judge is having a phenomenal season. And at 1,500, how do you pass that up? You know what I mean? He's on pace for a phenomenal year.
Okay. All right, well, I don't have the opportunity to be a homer because I'm looking at the AL West. And for the AL West, I actually like the LA Angels at plus 225 here. That's my lean. Obviously, the Astros are the favorite, and for very good reason, but I do think there is some value on the Angels. I know it's a little bit scary because they tend to fall apart and be a bust, even with Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani, but after I guess they found him, and they signed him, Syndergaard, at $21 million in the offseason. It's really been so great for this squad. They're off to a great start. They have the second best record in the AL West. They're in their division at 27-18, and they have the 9th best team ERA in the entire MLB at 3.45. So I do think there's some good value there.
Yeah, and I'll stay in the AL West because I'm talking Cy Young winner in the American League. I'm going to go with an oldie but goodie right now, Justin Verlander, 6-2 record, 2.03 ERA, which is 9th in baseball and 5th in AL. Right now, the Astros are first in the AL West, which always helps. This is a guy who's finished top 5 in Cy Young 9 times in his career, and he's already won 2. So I think he's one he's up there already and usually with his high places in Cy Young, he starts well. So I'm looking at all those early tea leaves now, and I'm thinking Justin Verlander is a safe bet to lean that way for the AL Cy Young. So let's go to the other league. Let's go to the National League. Who do you got in the National League pennant?
I'm telling you, it's going to be a Subway Series. I'm telling you, it's going to be a Subway Series.
Okay.
This Mets offense is unbelievable. The second in batting average, the second on base percentage, second in runs. And they're doing it with Scherzer's out, DeGrom's been out, McGill's been phenomenal. This bullpen is impressing me thus far. Diaz, Mets fans are hot and cold on him at times. He's got a humble 11 saves. I mean, 3rd best record in baseball right now. And it's a marathon in the NL East, but it looks like the Braves got a little bit of a Super Bowl hangover from the World Series. The Nationals are just bombing. I mean, the Phillies, we'll see. I mean, they're kind of hot and cold on Girardi, but I'm loving the New York Mets right now, LGM.
Yeah,
Subway Series.
Hey, DeGrom said the shoulder's feeling all right. He's feeling better.
Go.
Scherzer's gonna take June off probably and come back in late July. And if them two can come back and be even a fraction of what you thought, 75%, it could get pretty scary for the rest of the league. So
absolutely.
These are smart bets, and as always, Mets fans will tell you they got to finish the rest of the season, right? But
Scherzer.
Yes, Matt Scherzer. Yes, you're right. So, Eric, NL MVP.
And I love the Mets. That's my squad.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with Mookie Betts for the National League MVP. He's a former MVP winner. He's the best player on the best team in the NL right now. He's leading the NL in home runs with 15 home runs. He's outstanding. He's getting back to his true form. And he has he's second in on-base percentage. And when he gets on base, he scores. He's leading the majors in runs scored with 50. So I like Mookie Betts at plus 390.
I like that.
All right, I'm looking at the NL West, and of course it's going to be the Dodgers here, right? But they don't have great value. It's at minus 220. But they've got Mookie Betts, they've got Freddie Freeman now, Max Muncy, Cody Bellinger. They've got everybody. They have all the stars in the NL West, so I think they're going to win this. But if we're looking at some value here, I think the San Francisco Giants might be worth a little bit of a sprinkle at plus 550. They surprised everyone with winning the division last year. Their bats have been decent. Their pitching has been pretty good. And if we're looking at some value here, based on what they did last year, I think it's worth a sprinkle.
No love for my Padres, huh?
No, zero.
He said no love whatsoever. And I'll finish it off. NL Cy Young, gotta look at Corbin Burns of the Milwaukee Brewers, defending Cy Young Award winner. And this is once again, I'm taking dogs that have already won the fight. You know what I mean? That's how I'm leaning. You could call it safe betting. That's how I'm going with it. He has a 3-2 record, which the records aren't really as strong in the Cy Young. It's the type of consistency that you have 1.95 ERA, 0.82 whip. Like, this guy right now is going to be one of the contenders going up for the Cy Young. So it's no doubt I'll lean his way. And I have an asterisk with that, a slight caveat. Scherzer was my early pick. Scherzer, was my early pick. Matt comes back, we're going to be good. So that's how I'm rolling with it, all right?
Love it.
Now, when we come back on the Bettor Hour, Better Bets of the Night. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.